DFO is going to make a life or death decision about the Fraser River sockeye. Fraser sockeye began declining just over 20 years ago, and then in 2009, suddenly almost 10 million just vanished. Then Prime Minister Stephen Harper called the Cohen inquiry to figure out what was killing them. $23 million, and 3 years later, 11 out of the 75 recommendations from this inquiry were directed at salmon farms, and recommendation number 19 gave the Minister of Fisheries 8 years to decide, are salmon farms killing Fraser River sockeye in the Discovery Islands? Well, this is where 1/3 of all BC wild salmon are breathing in the waste from 7 million Atlantic salmon. And if, yes, the farms were killing the sockeye, well, then the farms had to go. On September 28th, time was up, and the minister decided, yes, you guessed it, no problems here. Maui, Cermak, and Grieg could stay and use the Fraser sockeye migration route to grow Atlantic salmon. But Justice Bruce Cohen warned that DFO's loyalties might be divided when it comes to salmon farms, and so he wisely told the minister she must post her reasons. And here, on that website, it says Atlantic salmon are more susceptible to sea lice than Pacific salmon. Well, this makes us believe that since the farmers are all about taking care of the salmon in the farms, that the tougher little sockeye would be protected as well. This isn't true. 3 DFO scientists did an experiment, and they infected Atlantic salmon and sockeye with lice, and they say the sockeye are more susceptible to sea lice than the Atlantics. Well, this is opposite of what the minister said. Unbelievably, last spring, DFO gave the salmon farmers permission to have an unlimited number of sea lice for 6 weeks, every time their lice got out of control in any farm. Well, this was a lifesaver to the industry, which is unable to reliably control its lice anymore because the farm lice are becoming drug resistant. DFO protected the industry, made it easy for them to stay in compliance, but they sacrificed an entire generation of wild salmon. 99% of the sockeye that swam past Campbell River last spring were infected at levels that DFO scientists report caused them acute stress and profoundly impacted them. Well, as the saying goes, bad things come in threes, so the industry won over the Minister of Fisheries and were told they could stay in the Discovery Islands. Then they got the gift of unlimited sea lice. But now, all 18 federal salmon farm licenses in the Discovery Islands are about to expire on the 18th of December. This triggered consultation with 7 First Nations of the Discovery Islands, and the Fraser River Nations, who have a right to these Fraser sockeye, are angry that DFO is making decisions about these fish without their consent. So let's recap. DFO knows Fraser sockeye are on the edge of extinction, but they mislead the public in their claim that the fish farms are safe. Then they give Maui, Cermak, and Grieg 6 weeks of unlimited sea lice levels every spring, knowing this will cause acute stress and profound impact, even as these fish are falling into extinction. This is government at its worst, covering up the truth to protect 3 foreign companies and destroy something that is very important to Canadians. We await your decision, Minister Bernadette Jordan. You know all this. It has been brought to your attention. Are you going to renew the salmon farm licenses in the Discovery Islands and finish off the Fraser sockeye once and for all, or not?